Hi, Helm at Geco here. Next installment today we're going to talk about is sound level. Probably one of the biggest questions I get is how loud is this generator going to be? Some things to consider if you're accustomed to portable generators are extremely loud compared to a home standby in an acoustic enclosure. So a home standby, obviously nothing wrapped around it, no sound deadening material. Mufflers of varying quality depending on how much you paid for the generator. When you get into a home standby unit, it's in a rainproof enclosure. Within that enclosure, we're going to find a lot of acoustic material to absorb sound. Sometimes it's very redundant. You'll always find a very handsome muffler inside of a Kohler to keep that sound level down. And engineers have spent a lot of time testing these things because obviously we don't need your neighbors upset. And if this unit happens to be parked outside a bedroom wall, the last thing we need is someone getting a fright at 3 in the morning when the generator goes live unbeknownst to you because you don't know a power failure happened. So what I'll do is I'll walk over to one of the generators and show you some of the sound deadening material and qualities that Kohler takes to reduce that sound level and some of the engineering that goes into mitigating that sound level. So here we are at the 14 kilowatt. I've chosen this one because we actually run our facility off this exact same model. So when we get to the unit, open the lid. Of course, it's not locked. What you're going to find here is all this sound deadening material that's designed to absorb sound and not reflect it around. On this particular model, they've got a redundant system with this felt cover. It's on a little magnetic lock to hold it up. Again, down on the inside, you can see they've taken great care to install sound deadening material on as many surfaces as possible. Right down to here, the inner panel. All this area is where sound is coming from. You've got your engine exhaust, of course, that everybody looks at. You've also got lifters and crank, and there's a lot of wind being pumped through this thing to cool itself, so there's a large volume of air. You can see we've got an exceptionally large automotive style muffler on this unit for that exhaust sound coming out of here. Okay, so I'm standing in front of the machine we were just looking at. We use this exact same model to power our 5,000 square foot facility. That's all our warehouse lighting, server, computers, air compressor, everything we do to run this operation. And what I'm going to do using OnCue is we're going to start that generator so perhaps the camera can pick up the sound level. And we're approximately 30 feet from the generator, and we're looking at it through a pair of double glass doors. Not the best situation. If I was situating that in your home, it would be somewhere away from living space along the wall of a house, perhaps the bathroom or someplace less likely to cause a long-term impact, especially with 3 o'clock in the morning startings. And your home would probably have real insulation in the wall, not a couple of glass doors. So using the app, we're going to hit start, and we're going to start our generator, and I'll be quiet here as soon as it goes live. And there we go. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but obviously I can stand here and talk at no higher voice level. It's very appreciable sound. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to head outside. I'm going to stop it, start it, and I'll demonstrate with a staff member that's standing within 6 feet of that unit. We can have a conversation with barely an elevated voice, just to give you some sound appreciation. And if you check the specifications, I believe that unit is approximately 66 dB at full operating load. And we'll shut it off. And it's off. I'm standing with Ray in our service department. Part of this sound check, I guess, if you will, or try and enlighten you to the sound level of your generator. We were inside, we ran it, tried to give you an idea of how loud it might be in your home. The next phase is we're standing maybe 6 feet from this generator right now. What we're going to do is carry on with a bit of a conversation. Might be nonsensical, but I'm going to start the generator while it's going on, so you can exactly hear outside what you're dealing with. If the generator has to be close to a deck or something, and it might influence your decision on where you place that generator. So on cue, I've hit the start button. It's running. And now I'll address Ray. Ray, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Sun's shining. It's not raining. It's warm.
How many customers have you called today to organize your service?
Actually, I haven't called any today, but
What?
I've answered.
You're fired.
I've answered about 15.
Okay. Perfect.
Looking for preventative maintenance, service calls.
Everything going on. Yeah, it's fall. Tends to be our busy time of the year.
A lot of data entry today.
Yeah. And that's something we've switched our computer systems. So Ray and the service team have spent a lot of time
Propagating the data.
just getting ourselves all updated and everything on the computers. So there we go, it's settled down. Hopefully that sound pressure comes through on your video to give you a good, clear understanding. Now beyond that, at any time, feel free to come to our showroom, and any one of the staff, if I'm not around here, can start it and run it so you can hear this unit running firsthand to get a perspective on what it would sound like at your home.